Makasi John, well known as Big Papa T, started wrestling over 10 years ago in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Big Papa T originally left the Democratic Republic of Congo because his life was threatened by Mobutu. Now he has his own wrestling club in Haringey, London, and he studied criminology at university. He is my guest on the Justeve Show today, where he talks about his life in the Congo before escaping to England. You're welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is the Justeve Show, and the guest I have on the show today, I'm going to be very, very good. I'll behave myself because I don't want him to punch me in the face. But that's my guest today is in the person of Big Papa T. You're welcome to the Justeve Show. Okay, now we have a ritual on the show where we go back to the very, very, very beginning. What were your growing up years like?
I'm the third child of 36 kids.
Ah, 36?
Yeah, my dad had 10 wives. My wife was Army General in Congo. My mom was the first wife. And we used to live in the palace, a big house. Because as my dad was a general, so they give them big house. And then I spent all my study in the boarding school since year 4 to year 12.
And this was all in the Congo?
Yeah, that was all in Congo. Then after, because my dad, they arrested my dad. My dad was arrested by Mobutu, who was the president.
Why was that?
That was in 1978 because he was his friend. You know, in the politics, when you help someone to become the president, you have to kill. You have to kill. You have to kill you.
Let's
so that's
get this
how it
right.
works.
So your father helped the president to become
the president. Yeah.
So then that meant that your father had to be killed.
Yeah.
That's strange.
So that's in political business. So because he knows more about Mobutu. So
your dad knows more about Mobutu.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm trying to get my head around around this. So why is it because they don't want him to say anything about Mobutu? That's why he had to be killed.
I mean, that's typical Africa politics. So when I help you in something like in the politics, like to become a president, mostly, so you have to kill me because I'll know more about you, and then I'll know respect you. Like it's like in the politics, you don't like that friendship. So you have to be the boss, control everyone.
You control everyone, but this is someone who's helped him to become the president. So why would he want to do away with him? Just for, I mean, is politics that dirty?
Yeah. I could say that that's politics, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so what happened? Go on from there.
Yeah, and then when they arrest him, they give him a death sentence, well, because he was king of Belgium, bodyguard, and then the king was like, oh no, just leave him, just let him die in prison and kill him. So that's why he stayed there for 6 years. Between there, I joined the army because I was like, wow. So my dad was in prison for nothing.
For no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. And then I joined army. That's the time I went to join army.
So it was because you were upset that your father was in prison that you decided to join the army.
Yeah, by the time I was 20 years old, so I was like, oh, I have to avenge my dad. So I joined army really just to avenge my dad,
okay, so and what was that like for you, being in the army? And forgive me if I put the question this way.
Yeah.
Did you have a plan to get your dad released from prison?
I didn't have a plan because his situation was like a state situation, and then nobody's above the president. So I was like a mad I was like, I could not even understand myself because I was like seeing my dad in prison, and then what I could do. So why not do something? That's why I joined the army. I went to do the sergeant school. After 9 months, I became a sergeant. And then I went back to Congo, and then they released my dad. I went back to the capital, to Kinshasa,
Okay.
and my dad was released. When they released my dad was like, come on, you're a sergeant. What do you want to do with the sergeant? I was a general. Look at me now. Then I explained to him, I tell my dad, I like it really, so I want to do this as my life. And then he accepted. He took my sergeant rank, and then he went to his friend. He tell his friend to look at my son Jean. You want to be, he's a sergeant. And then I was sent to the officer academy. Then I became officer, lieutenant. Then when I moved back, after a year, and then my dad was really, he was like, oh, I don't like it to be in the army because it's very risky. They don't like me.
Yeah.
Look at the way they did to me, so you'll be the next one. And then after 2 years, he died because they was feeding him poison.
Oh dear.
Yeah, when he was in prison.
When he was in the prison.
Yeah, for 6 years.
He was given poison.
Yeah,
for
food,
6
yeah,
years.
in food. It was partially blind. He could not see properly
Oh dear.
because the poison was like, that's very
So
strong poison.
it was something that, would it be true to say that they wanted him to die slowly?
Yes, something like kill him slowly, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then when he died, then I went to join the commando elite. I stood there for 4 years. I became elite of my country. I done sabotage, presidential intervention. And then by the time Mobutu, the president, was coming to his town, so we as elite, we should go protect the president and his bodyguard. So that's the time he knew Chikeva's son was around. So he was scared because to be in that position, that was a huge, very high position. So it was only 5 officers in all Congo to be in that position. And then I was threatened by Mobutu, so I should be the next one to be killed. Then I ran away, I came here.
You came to
UK,
came to the
yeah,
UK.
yeah.
Oh wow. We're going to take a break right now. This is really chilling to me. We're going to take a break now, and we'll be right back after this.
I brought wrestling back in this country because I'm the one who brought wrestling back because there was no more wrestling. And
You're welcome back. If you are just joining us, I have as guest today a very brave gentleman, even though he's in the army, Baba T. You're welcome again. Now, this story you're telling us is very, very touching. Now, so you, can I ask, what was the process for you running away? How did you leave the Congo to come to the UK?
it was not easy because I was well known in my country as the army champion in wrestling.
In wrestling.
We're
going to come to that.
Yeah, I was in the news, TV, and then I decided to leave Congo by, going through the airport. So that was not really easy, but I didn't have a choice. I went there, and then I was spotted by someone from immigration. And the guy said, oh, I know you. Where are you going? You Chikeve? So I arrest you. I said, okay, it's not a problem. You arrest me, okay? I'll spend time in prison. When I come out, so you finish. I'll finish you. Then say, okay. So let's deal. Give me some money. Then I give him $100 to share. And then...
What year was this?
That was in the 90.
In the 90s?
Yeah, 91. In the 1991, yeah.
Okay. Now, coming to the UK, what was that like? What did you do when you arrived? How were you integrated into the UK system?
So when I came, I was like, I didn't know how to seek asylum, but I've been told like if you go there, you let everyone pass. So then you go to the immigration board,
Yeah.
just tell them, okay, I'm here for immigration, for asylum. So I've done the same thing, but I had all my army diploma and my commando certificate. I went to the shoemakers, they put it between under the shoe. So I open it, take it out, and bring it, show to the immigration officer. They say, oh, all right, come on inside. So gave me through, make me sit down aside. They got all my details, and they call a car, and then they give me a place to live.
Wow,
yeah.
lucky.
And then it took almost 8 years. So I mean, there was like, because when you've been in the army, normally if you move, like most of my friends in France, when they move, they leave the country, move to France, it takes them almost 3 months or 6 months to get granted. So in my case, it was like 8 years. So I spoke to my solicitor. I said, oh, so why is it taking too long? And then my solicitor went to talk to the immigration officer, to the immigration, and they came back to me. They said, okay, you're a fake asylum. So you prepare, you was running because all your papers, all your document was under your shoe. So you're a fake one. So I was like, whoa. So there was like, if you have to wait, so you don't have to keep asking because you're a fake one. And then I was like, oh, I'm the European wrestling champion. By the time I was already a European wrestling champion. Then I showed them the newspaper and then a picture of me winning the fight. Oh, then the director was like, oh, sorry, we didn't know. Okay, we grant you we accept you as immigrant. Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to the wrestling. You were in the army. Why did you want to start wrestling?
No, it's not. My dad was a wrestler.
Okay.
My dad was king of Belgium bodyguard. He was doing wrestling in Belgium. Yeah. So when he came back to Congo, when I was born, so the only way to keep us to keep us safe is train us sports. Yeah, that's the only way to control. I mean, the same thing I'm doing here, controlling your kids by giving them something to get them busy. Then I was doing judo, jiu-jitsu, started with judo, jiu-jitsu, then moved to karate, then to wrestling.
And then you became a professional wrestler.
Yeah, I became a professional wrestler in Congo, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not too good with that. I don't even like to watch wrestling at all. But how many fights did you win?
Hello.
A lot.
A lot.
Okay. Would you have a rough idea of how many fights you had?
Yeah. I was that was one day I was sitting down with my little boy. He was asking me the same question. So in Congo we used to fight Monday to Sunday, every day fighting.
Every day?
Every day.
Oh, okay, so I can understand why you probably wouldn't know how many
that's
fights.
That's a lot. Really,
but
like a year could be like 200 something, 300.
Wow.
I'm telling you, that's serious.
And you did that for how many years?
1978. That's wrestling, yeah? To 2005. Then
Okay.
I stopped there.
Have you ever gone back to Congo since you?
Yeah. I'm the sport ambassador in Congo.
Oh.
Yeah.
So everything is fine now.
It's fine now, but now is 50-50 because my records of commando saboteur, that's very bad.
Oh.
So if I go there, I have to get in contact with the security people.
Okay.
So last time I didn't go, it was like a very serious situation. They came back to me saying like, luckily I was not there. I traveled on Saturday. On a Tuesday they came, searched for me, saying like, I'm preparing a coup d'etat, the president.
Tell us about the incident that happened here.
Over here, when I was in Congo in 2006, I was doing a project about homeless, the homeless kids, street kids. I was doing a project, and then over here, and the people didn't understand it properly because we combatant. Everyone here is combatant. Combatant is someone who fights for his country. Yeah. So I've been a combatant since I was young because I have to go army, stand up against the government, and then stand up against Mobutu. So as a combatant, then I move here as a combatant because everyone in this country is a combatant because when we come here, we say things against the country. So they have some group, they didn't understand it properly. They came back. I was in Congo. They set fire on my wife's car. And then they was like, try to open up the door, put fire in the house.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So how did you escape that? Letterboxed or something?
Yeah. So luckily, there was like, you know, when you're a child of God, you know, they came up in the morning. They was like asking, they spoke to my wife saying like, oh, we want to see Master, we want to see Big Papa T. And then my wife was like, why? Say, okay, just tell him Big Papa T, we are not happy to everything is doing in Congo. And then when my wife was like, okay, wait. And then the guy ran away. So she was like, oh, so why? And then she put the wood on the, just to block the letterbox, yeah. And then when they came, they could not put any fire inside. They just set fire on the car, yeah.
Wow. I guess God is really on your
God
side.
is good, yeah.
Okay, let's talk about what you do now. You've retired from wrestling,
yeah.
And like you did say, you want to, you know, help the young ones to focus on something so that they don't get into trouble. Tell us about that.
Yeah, when I came in this country in 1991, I spoke to the immigration that look at my certificate. I'm Army Commando and Lieutenant. I want to join the army. They say, no, you can't join the army because you don't have a paper. Then I say, what were they put? They say, no. And then after 4 years, because I had like, I was good at wrestling. I said, why not set up my own club? Then I set up my club in 1995. I with my other friend, Mundeke Viz. And then when we set up our club, we went to the competition, we won. And then we came up, my club was the first in the British Wrestling Association. And then the head of the British was like, oh, guy, you are the first black coach in the UK. Since UK is UK, we never have any black coach. So I was like, whoa. And then the head of the British Wrestling was saying he wanted me to work, me to be in the CEO, in the group of the British Wrestling. And then I told them I'm a pro wrestler. And then the guy was a very good guy because he liked me. He gave me a big daddy, a former wrestler who used to be big here. He gave me the contact detail. Then I called them. And then I've been called there to go there to do a test. When I went to do a test, I beat all the club. When I beat all the club, they was like, whoa. And then I've been accepted to do a match for the European Championship belt. Then I won the belt. When I won the belt, I decided myself, okay, because I was living in Tottenham. By the time Tottenham was like a really, 3 years back, they cut off the police head in the Tottenham, in Broadwater. So I have to do something because my kids will be living this environment. Then I set up a charity helping kids, get them from the street, train them, help them to become someone, to be positive, to become champion. And then I'm still doing it. From that, I won more awards. in the borough, at uni, and almost like 4 awards already
That's
about this
awesome.
year.
Well done.
You know, when you're doing wrestling, most of the wrestling champion, they ended up to be to do movies. I done my first movie was in 1999, Rampage of Wrestling. I brought wrestling back in this country because I'm the one who brought wrestling back because there was no more wrestling. I done another movie with my own son, Jamie. That's a documentary movie, like voodoo wrestling. It was one of the best at the university, Minnesota University, the best documentary. And then in the British Film Institute, it was voted as the best. And then recently last year we done the Legend of Tarzan. The Legend of Tarzan. So I'm doing the movie now.
Wow, wow. Look at me sitting here listening to you speak. Yeah. Well done. Well
Thank
done.
You very much.
That is awesome. Yeah. We have to go, but before we go, there are two things we're going to do.
Yeah.
You're going to look into that camera and say something to the young ones out there, anything that would inspire them.
I could say, be young is not easy, but we are there to help you. Help you from your young adult to your journey to adult. So we're there to help you really. So you have someone. I'm here. I live in Tottenham. I run a project for you young people. I have a club, Aringe Racing Club, helping you to focus to do something in sport to become champion. Also, I'm a British wrestling development coach. So if you're strong enough, you're strong enough, you see yourself, you fit, come to me, I'll help you to become someone in sport.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And then the last bit, I understand that you said because you are 56 years old, you don't want to wrestle again.
No.
Okay. But I do give my guests a challenge sometimes.
Yeah.
So you are we're gonna go in the ring, both of us. I know you're gonna throw me out. But we're gonna do that.
Fight me.
I should fight you.
You fight Big Papa T.
Yeah, I'll fight Big Papa T. Yeah, I will. Yeah.
That's for how much?
For how much?
Yeah.
Okay. How much would you want?
First of all, do you have insurance, life insurance?
I don't want to fight you again. No, we'll just play around.
No,
we'll play around, We're
no
going to do that?
No problem at all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on the show today.
No problem,
I'm at a point, I'm lost for words. I'm hardly ever lost for words when I'm talking to my guests, but I am at this. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's very courageous for you to have taken this journey. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. I respect you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's our show for today. I don't know what to say. I'm so overwhelmed by this. But you see, the good thing about the show is that we bring on people here that will inspire you out there. And I hope that you have been inspired and taken something away. Well, that's our show for today. We're going to do this again sometime soon. I remain Evelyn Obahor. Goodbye.